welcome back to our week 4 of our Wednesday Wellness Veguary series. I am super excited to be closing out our series. I hope that you have enjoyed this whole month of Wednesday Wellness, and I am just really happy to be a part of this. I thank you to Afro-Vegan Society right now just for all of the greatness that you've given us this whole month of Veguary. So we're going to end this series with some heart openers. This is really good series to just open up our chest, right? Our bodies have already been just bringing in all of that goodness, and we want to just now open up our hearts and continue to be eating a plant-based lifestyle even after Veguary. Hopefully you're implementing more, if not completely going vegan. So we're going to continue this, and let's get into our practice today. As we begin to get ourselves comfortable and together here on the mat, just come to any comfortable pose that works for you. Feel free to invite pillows and blocks to sit up under. We want to make this nice and comfortable for us throughout our practice today. So just being able to sit here, you can take your hands down onto your lap, just allowing your body just to give yourself that connection. Just take a moment and breathe. Gently close your eyes if that's available to you. Taking that very moment just to connect with your body. And if it feels comfortable, maybe even taking one hand across your heart as you gently connect your body, your breath, noticing the rise and the fall of your chest. And just taking a moment to see how this month has impacted your life. Just take a moment to think about all of the goodness that has come throughout this whole month of January. Just take a moment to breathe that in. Relaxing your shoulders, just getting yourself settled into your practice. We're going to keep that same energy, the heart, throughout our practice, and let that be a guide to ground us within our practice today. And as we begin to just take our hands down by our side, we slowly bring our arms up overhead, bring the gaze up in towards the fingers, gazing up towards the ceiling. And on that exhale, begin to bring the hands down onto your mat in front of you for your seated forward fold. Just opening up that lower back and hip, allowing your forearms to come down, bringing your head down, wherever it is. We're going to take a moment and bring that right hand, sweep it around to the back of your lower back. Palm is going to face up. Just turn and gently look up towards the ceiling. Taking that right hand, bringing it right back down onto the mat. And taking your left hand to sweep it around, take it to your back. Gently look up towards the ceiling. And on that exhale, begin to bring your hand down. Just allow yourself to get a little bit deeper into your stretch. Notice with every breath, your body just getting a little bit softer. And on that inhale, begin to walk your hands back up to a comfortable seated position here. We're going to begin to just bring ourselves out of this pose as we come onto our tabletop position. We're going to get ourselves ready for our sun salutations. So tucking your toes underneath, we're going to bring our feet up and push back to your downward facing dog. Now this is our first one of our practice. Pedal your feet. Gently walking your gaze up your leg as you shift the weight back towards your heels. Release the tension in your neck, shaking your head yes and no. And again, we're gently going to walk our hands to the back of our mat for our first sun salutation. Just getting that stretch in the lower back And on the back of our legs, just let your belly come down. And when you're ready, begin to slowly bring yourself up to a standing position, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Once your head comes up, bring the arms up overhead. Allow the hands to touch, shoulders lifted, chest nice and proud. On that exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to take a walk to the front of our mat. So let's get our body warmed up for our chest openers. Let's go ahead and start that sun salutation. A, inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to take a flat back here. Planting our hands down, step back, and we flow through. Again, if you don't wish to flow through, you can go ahead and push back to downward facing dog, and we'll meet you there. Let's take 2 breaths in our downward facing dog. And come to your forward fold. You can do that the front or the back of the mat. And on that inhale, slowly come back up. Extended mountain arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And you may notice that you may get into these postures a little bit easier. We're going to step back and flow. I want you to do this to your comfort level, listening to your body and what it needs as you go throughout the practice. Take 2 breaths. Coming to a flat back, forward fold. On that inhale, slowly come up, bring the arms overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back here as we step back and we flow through. You got this. I know after 4 weeks, you're pretty much a yogi pro now. And on that inhale, slowly bring the gaze towards the hands. We're going to walk the feet to the front of our mat. Go ahead and come into your forward fold. On that inhale, slowly come all the way up. Bringing your arms overhead. And allow your hands to come down. We're going to take our mountain pose here. Now, as we take that mountain pose at the top of our mat, I'm just going to come out to the edge to show you. We're going to do a little bit of a heart and chest opener, as well as a little bit of balancing. So setting your drishti point, something that's right in front of you that is not moving. You can feel free to hang on and get a wall handy if necessary. So we're going to first start this on our right side. So I'm going to stand a little bit over here so you can see me. We're going to begin to shift the weight into the right foot as we begin to take that left foot and just bend it back. Again, you may want to hold on to a wall if necessary. Taking that hand that's closest to the leg and bringing it back. Again, you can always hold on to a wall if necessary. Setting that drishti point, something just directly in front of you, we're going to outstretch our opposite hand. Begin to hinge forward. Same time we're lifting that knee. Begin to come into our dancer's pose. We're really opening that chest. I want you to bring the gaze forward. You can begin to lift into that knee just to bring everything up. We're going to be here for 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, 1. Begin to straighten yourself up. Lower that opposite hand, release the foot, come back down, shake it out. You got this, very nice. On that inhale, let's come right back up, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back here, plant the hands down, step back, and we flow through. Meet in downward facing dog, take your 2 breaths. On that exhale, go ahead and come to your forward fold. On your inhale, slowly come back up. Bring it up to extended mountain arms overhead and exhale back into your mountain pose. Now let's try that dancer's pose on the opposite side. Again, we set that drishti point directly in front of us. Again, we're focusing on something that isn't moving. Feel free to hold on to a wall. This time we're going to shift the weight into the left foot as we gently bring that right knee back. Again, hold on to the right knee with the hand that's closest to your foot. You can outstretch that opposite hand or hold on to a wall, whatever's comfortable. And when you feel ready to go, feel free to hinge forward as you bring the knee up, coming to your dancer's pose. We're feeling that stretch of that shoulder opening up. Again, you can lift the knee up to your comfort level. If you fall out, it's okay. Get right back in. You got this. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, bring it back up. Begin to lower the hand, release the foot, and shake it out. Very nice. Good job. Coming back to the front of our mat. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back, come back and flow. We're gonna meet in that downward facing dog. Let's take some breaths. Come back to our normal breathing. Take 5 breaths here. Maybe pedal your feet out. Allow your body to come back to your normal resting breath. There's nothing like balancing postures to get you nice and focused. And when you're ready, we're going to come down onto our knees, just allowing our body that opportunity to just rest for a second. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. Go ahead and relax yourself here. Take your cheek, take it down onto the mat. Bring your arms out behind you. Untuck your toes. Give yourself a moment. We're going to begin to bend our right leg. So bending our right foot, we can reach back and grab that right foot with our hand. Just begin to bring that heel down on towards our glute. Now, if you'd like to lift up a little bit, feel free. You can always take your chin down onto the mat, just allowing that heel to come down towards the glute. We're going to swap it out to lower down that leg, and we're going to bring up the opposite leg. Again, holding on to the top of the foot, bringing that heel down towards your glute. Wherever to go, it's okay. Feel free, if you'd like to have a strap, you can also have a strap during this time. And just for fun, if it's available to you, we're going to bring both feet up. You can grab onto the back of the top of the foot if you'd like, and bringing your chest and your gaze forward. If it's available, we're going to begin to lift the chest, and if it's also available, lifting the knees up. So begin to just balance yourself on your belly. Continue to press into the feet, bringing them forward, opening up your chest. You will begin to maybe rock on your belly as you inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe. And on that exhale, gently release the knees, bring it back down. We're going to lower our hands as we windshield wiper out the feet from left to right. Bringing the feet back down. Taking those hands, bringing them right underneath of your shoulder. We're going to begin to press into the hands as we gently lift the chest for Sphinx. Now our elbows should be down right underneath of our shoulders as our forearms press into the mat. Just imagine you're pressing everything away, opening up your chest. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lower your head back down. We're going to take a moment here, tuck the toes. We're going to shift our way back to our tabletop position. But this time we're going to stack our knees, bring them right underneath of our hips, and lower down into your forearms. So just lower your front body down into your forearms, keeping your hips lifted. Now you may want to spread your knees about hip distance apart. We're going to prepare for our puppy pose here. So just allowing the forearms to extend out. Allow your hands to come out as you open up your chest and your shoulders, just allowing your body to extend. Take some breaths here. If it feels comfortable to you and you'd also like to begin to bring the hands to heart, placing them over your head, you can. This really opens up those arms. Get the triceps involved. And on that exhale, lower the hands back down. As we slowly walk the hands up, coming up onto your knees, begin to lift up through the hips, pressing the hips forward. You can take the hands to the lower back, palms are going to be down. Allow the shoulders to open as you gently lift the chest. Now, if you're feeling a little extra stretchy, you can always take one hand, take it down towards your heels. Maybe take the other hand down towards your heels, and then really lift through the chest. This is a really great heart opener. Allow the gaze to come up towards the ceiling as you continue to press the hips forward. And on that exhale, as slowly as you came out, you can take the hands back onto the hips. Have a seat down onto your heels. Again, you can always take a block, bring it underneath if you need it. We're going to take our knees to one side as we begin to come down and have a seat on our bottoms. Now let's swing our feet in front of us. If you're at the back of the mat like I am, go ahead and take a walk forward. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to lower ourselves down. Come down onto your mat. Take a moment here. We're going to walk our heels in, preparing for bridge. Bring your fingertips down towards your heels. If the fingertips don't reach, it's okay. Take the elbows in towards your rib cage. As we settle in for bridge, whatever way is comfortable with your hands, we're going to press into the back of the arms or the fingertips as we begin to lift the hips off of the ground. Allow your shoulders to come down into the mat. Lifting your hips up nice and high. Continue to press into your feet as you begin to lift the hips. You're going to feel this in your quad as well. And when you're ready, begin to lower your hips back down, lower back on the mat. Give your knees a rock from left to right. We're going to set that back up. Again, walking your heels in towards your fingertips. And when you're ready, begin to lift your hips. Again, if your elbows are in, that's okay. We're going to use the back of our arms just to lift ourselves up just a little bit more. Again, unclenching your jaw. Let your front body relax as you begin to lift up a little bit higher. And on that exhale, relax yourself down. Allow that lower back to come down first. Rock from left to right. Now we're going to extend this out and kick it up just a little bit if it's available. Taking your knees back to center, feet flex forward. Again, walk the heels in. We're going to begin to press up, bring the hips up. And if it's available, begin to interlace the fingers underneath of your hips and then stack your shoulders. This is really going to open up your chest. And just lift your hips, press into your hips. Continue to breathe. And it's definitely okay if you don't get to this posture. Feel free to go ahead and keep your hand placement where we had it before. If not, go ahead and enjoy this chest opener here. And on that exhale, release the hands. Lower your shoulders back down. Lower the hips. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a rock from left to right. So this posture is really good for all of that, bringing our hips forward. This is a good counter stretch. And we're going to begin to just bring the feet up towards the sky. Flex the toes. And then take the feet, bring it back down. Plant them on the mat. Now we have two options here as we get into our bow pose, our reclined bow pose here. You can have your feet soles to touch and allow the hips to open. You can keep your shoulders as they are, or if you'd like to really open up your chest, feel free to invite a block and take it right underneath of your chest. So you can feel free to hang out here, or we can go ahead and take the block, take it right underneath of our chest, readjust wherever you need to, and then allow your body to open up here. So this is really going to open up that chest. Wherever you are, maybe you take your hands overhead and just allow your body that opportunity to really open up here. I want you to breathe. So this posture here is all about letting go. So if you feel as though you're holding space and holding tension within the body, just every exhale, begin to release. Again, this is all about making adjustments. So if you feel as though maybe one way is uncomfortable, it's okay. Go ahead and readjust your body wherever you need to. This posture is as much letting go as it is staying in place. There's so many things that we feel like we have to give up, especially when we're starting a new journey and eating different foods. Maybe we feel like we're giving up certain things. But you have to look at it as if you're actually opening the door to more foods. There's so many different things out there to eat. So this is the same concept. With every exhale, just think about letting go. If your feet start to come forward, it's okay. Just letting your body get nice and comfortable here. We're going to begin to just allow our bodies to relax. We're going to start it at our fingertips. Uncurling our fingers if they're above our head. Releasing the tension within that third eye. Unclenching our jaw. Allowing our tongue to rest on the roof of our mouth. Allowing our shoulders to relax open. Our hips are relaxed. Releasing any tension on our knees and our toes. Fully letting yourself be here in the present. I want you to continue to breathe that in, allowing your body that opportunity for stillness. And breathe in, new breath. And as we begin to bring that awareness back into our body. We wiggle our fingers and our toes, inviting movement and awareness back. And when you're ready, begin to bring your hands down to the outside of the thighs, gently close them up like a book, giving them a rock from left to right. And when you're ready, begin to roll over to one side. If you're on the block, be careful. Go ahead and roll off of your block. Curling over, allowing your head to be cradled, giving yourself a moment. I want you to just take your breaths as you thank yourself for this entire week and this entire month. And when you're ready, begin to use that top hand to gently push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bringing yourself to an easy pose, maybe even inviting that block to sit on that. We're going to take our hands to heart center. I want you to thank yourself for committing to you this whole entire wellness series, this whole entire month. I want you to thank your body for supporting you in the practice and showing up for you each and every week. I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this month. I thank Afro-Vegan as well for just creating this space for us to be able to connect. I want you to continue to keep your practice and wellness going. Connect with me. I can't wait to hear all about your month. I thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day. Namaste. All right, Afro-Vegan Society family, that is a wrap on our Wednesday wellness series for the month of Veguary. I truly hope that you enjoyed this series just as much as I did. Feel free to reach out and let me know how you enjoyed the series. I am Tianna Christine on everything. Again, I have enjoyed all of the comments and interacting with you thus far. Feel free to keep that energy going. I want you to know that this is not the end of our practice. This is just the beginning. So feel free to reach out to me. I'm so grateful for the Afro-Vegan Society for creating this and giving us this space. And until next time, I will speak to you again. Have a great one.